Did you know that the average person listens to approximately 4 hours of music a day? Raise your hand if this describes you. Most of you raised your hand. So for some people, music is just a little extra something in their day for some listening enjoyment. But to me, it's my passion. Today I'm going to talk to you about why I have a love for music. My parents introduced me to music at a very young age. As long as I can remember, music was always playing in the house. Some of my favorite memories were sitting with my dad listening to music, such as The Police, Fleetwood Mac, and Steely Dan. Those are some of my favorites still to this day. It was a bonding experience for me and my dad. And my favorite memory, though, was learning to play my first instrument at 10 years old. The clarinet was my first instrument. I wasn't too fond of that one, so I switched to the flute in 7th grade. Some of my memories of music being in my life would be, of course, learning the clarinet and then moving on to the flute, but then also being in musicals. I don't look like the type of person that would be in musicals, but I definitely was. I was in 4-H, and we did music variety shows, and we placed first place 3 years in a row. That was a fun accomplishment and a very scary thing at the same time. And then certain songs for me bring back important times of my life. You Can't Touch This by MC Hammer reminds me of state baseball my senior year in high school. We won state that year, and I think it was because of that song. You couldn't touch us. The Star Spangled Banner. Not only is it a representative of our freedom, but it also, every time I hear it, I remember every note, because I can still play that to this day on my flute. And then music also still links me to the memories with my parents. And why is it my passion? Well, originally I did want to be a music teacher growing up. I did change that, but when I did want to be a music teacher, I asked my band teacher, what do I need to do to be able to become a music teacher? And he told me that I needed to learn more instruments than just the 2 that I already knew. So I self-taught myself 7 more instruments. I learned how to play the oboe, the trumpet, the saxophone, the French horn, the marimba. If you don't know what a marimba is, that is this right here. That is the funnest instrument to play other than the flute. And the tuba. Yes, the tuba. I learned to play the tuba because in pep band, the song that everybody liked to play was called Hey Baby. And the tuba was the star of that, and I played it 1 time at a basketball game. I'll never forget that memory. So learning those 9 instruments, also it taught me how to be able to, with my flute, listen to a song and be able to play it by ear. So that is something I still can do to this day. Music also is really good for your mind, your body, and your soul. I think it's therapeutic for me. Whenever I'm stressed out, I like to turn on music and play that and listen. I also think when I'm exercising, music is a good thing to get me motivated, to keep me going, and I feel like I run longer and farther when I have music on. And then music also seems to improve my creativity, so I definitely have that playing in the background when I'm writing an essay for school or doing anything creative. For all these reasons is why I have a passion for music. It's been an important part of my life. I think most people like how music has impacted their life, but most of the time when it's surrounding us, we typically take it for granted. Music relaxes me whether I'm listening to my iPod or playing one of my instruments. It's not only relaxing, but I see it as an artistic gift to be able to just pick up and play. Music for me is like a need for water. I must have it so